You're Anita. And the Muppet. Okay, thanks everyone. I've been practicing singing all week.
Yes.
And, again, I'm checking out and I'm going to read a story.
No! Come on. That's a tease. That's a tease.
Back in 2000, 25 years ago, I was crazy about a band in Scotland, amazing fiddle players. And I think it was their first album was called Fire On, which referred to the fact that in days when the fiddles were seen as instruments of the devils, they would actually burn them. So I loved that album. I kept playing it day and night, and it was coming out my ears. And one day I was reading through the song titles, and I thought, I wonder if I could make a story out of all these titles. So that's what I did, and some of them are in Gaelic, but I will translate the titles right after I say it. So this is called Fire on the Heather. As I was walking one day, singing Ho Lado Lado, who should I meet but Peter McKinnon of Skivos and his sweetheart, Bonnie Mulligan. She was very upset because she had lost her new mouse-skin shoe. In and out the harbour they had been together with Siobhan O'Donnell looking for that shoe, but alas, they couldn't find it. They were desperate to find that shoe because they were in a hurry to meet up with Colin Packer at the Loch Harbour gathering. But there was no need to worry. Once they got there, they found that Colin was busy getting stuck into Horome or Woven Dran, my favorite dram, my favorite whiskey. And at the same time, trying to check up Dolina Mackay from Stirling Castle. Then suddenly Johnny Finlay appeared and pulled her away from them over to the dance floor with Kenny MacDonald's jig. "Oh no," cried Mrs. Robertson of West Ornish, "don't do that. She's Donnie McGregor's." She had not even finished her warning when a shadow darkened the door. There he was, the Rambler, as they called him. "Let her go," he yelled, "or I'm going to show you Barney's Balmoral." It was then that fearlessly Marty Swanson of the Grey Coast stepped in between them, calling out, "What ich beg Abriachen, little old man of Abriachen. If you don't stop this right now, the heights of Casino shall remain barren forevermore." But it was too late. The waves of rush had taken them too far, and the grey buck was running wild. The banshee was howling the Greenland man's tune high up in the mountains, and everybody felt the chill when they heard Sister Jean's voice of doom. "That's the sign," she hissed. "They've taken Caroline's reel from the Glenfinnan Midge factory." Everyone knew what that meant. Tomorrow, one of them would be heard lamenting, "God she had been a rare. Someone stole my wife last night." One of them would be dancing the Kilgrandin jig instead of Farquhar and Hartley's waltz. They feared the striking of the clock because Ugis Namorielgachi, my trip home, was an inadequate way to describe the horrors that they would have to face going past Loch Gorin in the dead of night. "But what about Kieran Tourish?" someone whispered. No one dared say anything. They were hoping it was just a bad case of Garster's dream. Then a loud cry of "Fire on!" rent the night. They rushed outside in alarm, afraid of what they might see. Would the heather be ablaze with wild, greedy flames? But there was no fire. There wasn't a soul except Donald, Willie, and his dog. "What happened?" they asked in bewildered relief. Then they burst out laughing, seeing that Donald McPherson had his shirt stuck in his fly. "Who else could it be?" they shouted. by 3 of the most notorious drinkers in the country. But what have they been doing? Come on, Donald, tell us. Donald's face grew very red from the heat, the drink, or what else? We will never know. But they wouldn't let up until he gave in and confessed. We were trying to turn the little cascade into a big one. And the hills were alive with the sound of roaring laughter. Thank you.
Yeah.